5 o'clock on a Wednesday, which means it's time for
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
He is Ryland. And welcome back to another review show right here on Magic TV. We are super excited. It is right in the middle of Christmas. We hope you've ate lots, drunk lots, had lots of presents and had general fun and frivolity. We have, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we're here with another review show. We've got some very interesting stuff. One thing that we try to do on our review show is review things that other review shows and other reviewers don't review. And I think we've got some really interesting stuff here that I've not seen a review for before. Some of it is good, some of it is not so good. But we're going to start off with what I personally think is Trick of the Week, which is passing the weight. So I think that's Trick of the Week this week. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
This is absolutely incredible. We're going to look into it right now. This is Passing the Weights. Okay, so the first review this week is Passing the Weights by Rings and Things, which is absolutely incredible. Now, we're going to kind of be reviewing two things here. We're going to be reviewing the physical product, which is the Passing the Weight set created by Rings and Things, and also an instructional download by Pop Hayden, because Pop Hayden does the Passing the Weights routine in his show, and it is incredible. If you haven't seen Pop do it, you can do so by going onto YouTube and just going onto YouTube and searching Passing the Weights, Pop Hayden. You'll see his full performance. On his website, he has a download explaining his routine. It is that download that we learned Passing the Weights from, wasn't it? Yeah. But the physical prop, Pop doesn't sell, but he does endorse and recommend the Rings and Things set, which is what we're going to be talking about right now. And there'll be a link down below for the Rings and Things Passing the Weights set. I've been wanting to do Passing the Weights for years, ever since I first saw Pop do it. And you can never find a good set of Passing the Weights. And then Rings and Things said, hey, we're bringing out our own Passing the Weights set. And their quality of their stuff is like second to none. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. And we ordered it, and it is good. It comes in a little white box. It also comes with a little instruction booklet that goes through the basic routine. So if you don't want to get a download and you want to jump into it straight away, the little booklet will allow you to do that, won't it?
Yeah.
But it is so super quality. So it comes in this little box here, which holds everything really nicely. And you could just put that into your pocket and you'd be good to go. And then when you open it up, inside you have your weights, which you can then take off and you can go into this straight away. And they can be examined at the beginning, they can be examined at the end. If you've not seen Passing the Weights before, it's a little bit like Chink-a-Chink. Or sort of shadow coins or the Chinese coin assembly or something like that. But because of the weights, it can be done on any table surface. You don't need a close-up pad. It can be done, you're not like sliding things secretly under your hand or anything like that. It can be done on any table surface. And the weights themselves, they look so legit, but they've been designed to palm very, very easily. You don't need to do a classic palm or anything like that. They've been designed to be palmed very, very easily, which allows you to do this routine. Now, you've been performing this a lot, haven't you? Like, you've been practicing this. You said to me this has become one of your new favourite sleight of hand tricks. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get you to perform it for me, if that's okay. So we'll get a full performance of Ryland. I'll move out the way and I'll just let you do it because you don't really need me here. So I'll move out the way. You can do a performance of Passing the Weights, and then when you've done that, we'll explain about what we think of it. Sound good?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've got nothing in my hands, nothing up my sleeves, nothing in my hands again. I've got these little weights that were used to weigh gold hundreds of years ago. Now, I'm going to make them like disappear like that one. I'll make that disappearing over there like that. And I'll do it with this one over to there, like that. And I'll do it with the last one, like that. That's all 4 weights. I'll do it again. Look, there's a rule in magic that says you're not allowed to repeat a trick. Now I'm going to break that rule because maybe you didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm going to do it again. So cover it up. And that's all 4 weights. I think this is amazing.
You like it?
Yeah.
Why do you like it, Ryan? Because first of all, I want to tell you, your performance was so on point. You only started learning this about 3 days ago?
Yeah.
and you have been practicing a lot, but I mean, considering it's only 3 days practice, that's exceptional. And your hands...
Well, actually, it's like 30-minute practice.
It's more than that. Come on, it's more than that. I know you.
Sort
of.
3 days with a lot taken off because I wasn't practicing for most of it.
Okay.
Because I was practicing the other trick.
Your hands are quite small, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did you have any problem doing the necessary?
No.
No. No. Okay, fair enough. Good. And that's the thing. If you've never done palming before, I mean, you've palmed before an awful lot.
Yeah,
You do a lot.
Look, this is me with a coin.
Yes, we know you can do a controlled drop of 4 coins. Yes, we get that. So he has got experience palming. If you've never palmed anything before, obviously you do have to palm stuff with this. But they are the easiest thing I've ever seen to palm, aren't they? You just literally have to lift them up and you're good. But yeah, you don't need... it's not the most difficult routine in the world, but it will require practice. You just saw a 2-phase routine by Ryland. You can have as many phases as you want to. The first phase was very much based on Pop's routine. The second phase was more of a shadow coin style thing, but applied to the weights. Pop has got a fantastic presentation for it about the gold rush and about people sitting down and passing the time by passing the weights. Your presentation more gets into it, doesn't it? You justify what the weights are for, and then that's it. Right, let's talk about it. It's examinable, right?
Yes.
At the beginning and at the end.
Yes.
And
if you take the gimmick thing away.
The gimmick is very well made as well, isn't it?
Yes, you can take it away easily.
And any table surface, I think that's really important.
You can do it on any, I think.
Yeah, pretty much any, because it's not sliding around or anything.
Even like soft things, like if you think of like a bar chair, like, you know, that's kind of soft, you can do it on that.
Yeah, you could. And you were doing it the other day on the kitchen table, weren't you?
Yeah.
So it'll work on pretty much any surface, which is important for this sort of routine, which makes it very practical. The angles are really good as well, aren't they? As long as people are looking down at you, it's pretty much angle proof.
Yeah.
Even if people are sitting opposite you, like when you were practicing it on the kitchen table and I was sitting opposite you, it looked absolutely fine. I mean, the angles are really good in it, which is surprising, but they are. And you can adapt it. Once you understand how it works, you could go into different phases, and you could apply different coin plots to this. So if you know Translocation by John Kennedy, you could do that. Matrix routines you could do with these. There's a lot of different stuff that you could do with this one set. As I say, Ryland did a very simple 2-phase routine, which is really all you need to do with it, I think.
Yeah.
And it's an instant reset, isn't it? You literally just put them back away in there.
If you go from table to table, you just put them in your hands and then just put them on the table.
Yeah, exactly. And this doesn't take up too much pocket space, does it? I mean, you literally just put that into your jacket pocket, and when you want to do it, you bring it out. So if you're doing parlour or you're doing...
you could take it out and say, just got... this is where I keep my little weights. They were used for gold, weighing golds millions of years ago. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them jump like this, look.
Okay, and then you get into it, yeah.
You get into the trick.
You just can't stop. You just can't stop, can you? Okay. No, we don't need to perform it again. You've already performed it once. Put them away. Yeah, I love it. I think it's amazing. The quality is exceptional. You can get just the prop from Rings and Things, and a little booklet will teach you everything that you need to know. But I highly recommend getting Pop's download as well. There's nobody better at performing passing the weights than Pop Hayden, and it's a very cheap download you can get directly from his site. I would highly recommend it. He's got live performances of him doing it at the Magic Castle and a whole bunch of different places. So there you go. I'm going to give this 100% and trick of the week. What about you? I'm going to give this
110% in trick of the week.
110%. It's getting up to Alakazam levels, that is. 110%.
No, 119.
119%. Trick of the week, 119%. It's absolutely incredible. If you want something really fun to play with that's also really practical to perform, check out Passing the Weights.
And the next trick is Easy Money by Spencer Kennard.
It is indeed Easy Money by Spencer Kennard. And it is a Murphy's Magic release. So this has come directly from Murphy's Magic, from the creative team at Murphy's Magic. And the person who I consider to be one of the best magical presenters and teachers on the planet, Javier Fuenmayor, he's the guy fronting the project. So what is Easy Money? Well, Easy Money basically is a wallet Can you grab the wallet for me? I don't think I'm giving much away. It's going to be over there somewhere. I'm not going to give much away by saying to you guys what this is. So basically, because the trailer kind of explains it anyway, and you need to understand how this works in order to understand how good this is, and this product is really good. So what it is it's a wallet. It looks like a normal wallet. You can open it up. You can keep money in there if you want to. Absolutely fine.
Real money?
You can keep real money in there. Yeah, it just goes into that section there. And that section there. Yeah, it goes there or there. Yeah. So you can keep real money in there. It looks like a wallet. But what it is it's made out of a special material which allows you very easily with one hand to fold it up into nothing and palm it, and it springs open as soon as you take it out, as soon as you push it to the fingertip. And you haven't played around with it, have you? So you just literally fold it up, and
I don't think
your hands are probably too small.
Maybe I use my other hand to go when I'm down there and then go. Wee-ah.
Okay, so that's what it is. Now I have been playing around with this for about a week, and I have been
playing around with this for
I know, but what I've been doing is I've been mashing this up because my one concern with it is, and I don't think it is a concern having played around with it. How long is it going to last? Is it going to constantly spring back? Because the nice thing about this is it looks like a wallet. It genuinely looks like a wallet. There used to be a version of this by Tom Burgone, who brought a version out, but it was obviously sponge and it was only designed for stage. This looks like a wallet. You could do this close up under somebody's nose and they would think it was a real wallet. But I have been folding this up non-stop for about a week now. I've been sitting there watching TV, I've been on the computer, I've just been folding this up and it springs back to this position immediately. So I'm fairly confident that this is going to last. Yes, thank you. Okay, now, let me talk about some of the routines on here, because one of the nice things about this could have been released just with a 5-minute download, and to be honest, if it was another company that brought it out, they might have done that. 5-minute download, this is what it is, you hold it in your hand,
Have they gone into real detail?
Yeah, so Javier has spent an hour on the tutorial going into stuff, and he's put so many routines on there, which is really cool. So he's got this really nice thing with the coin. What's really nice is he talks about how you can have a coin in there as well, and so you can bring your wallet out and you can open it up and you can bring the coin out, so you've got a reason for the wallet. And a lot of the routines do actually start off with a coin being taken out of the wallet. He's got a really nice witch hand routine where he takes the coin out of the wallet, he puts the wallet away in his back pocket.
Or maybe you could say, I know, where I keep my coin is a bit bigger, the wallet.
Yeah, well, he puts the wallet back away in his back pocket and then he does a guess which hand routine. He does that 3 or 4 times, and then eventually just the wallet comes back out of his pocket, which is really good. He's got another routine, which is a transpo, which is where he holds the coin here. He gets somebody to hold his wrist, somebody to hold his other wrist, and the coin jumps from this hand to this hand. He does it.
I know how that works.
Yeah, obviously it's just a forced transfer, but then he does it again the second time, and then the third time, the coin jumps across, but then the wallet jumps out of his pocket, which is really nice, and that's so visual. Perfect for a walk-around situation. There's a wallet through table. I actually quickly perform the wallet through table for you now. It's like the classic coin through table. Again, you don't need to be sat down. It's the classic coin through table. But then as a kicker, he takes the wallet and puts the wallet under the table, and the wallet jumps up through the hole in the table, which is sick. It looks really good. The visual on it is amazing. In fact, I'm going to perform that for you very quickly now. Right, I'm going to show you something with the wallet, okay? Yeah. And I have inside my wallet an American silver dollar. And this table is a special table, and the reason it's a special table is there is a portal to another dimension right there. And it basically allows me to pass solid straight through solid, which sounds ridiculous, but it's true. See, if I just put one hand under the table to catch the coin, this hand then stays on top with the coin, I can push the coin right through that portal. Now, you might have missed it, so I'll do it again. I'll push the coin right through the portal right now. I'll do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Goes right through the table. Now, it'll actually work, crazily enough, it'll actually work in reverse. So if I put it underneath the table, I've got to get the right spot. The right spot is there. I can pull it right back up through the table. But it'll work with anything. You see, it's actually quite a big portal. You probably think I'm joking, but I'm not. Look, let me put the wallet underneath the table. And do you see that part right there, yeah?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I can actually pull the wallet right up through the portal. How crazy is that?
Crazy.
So that's the wallet through the table, which is one of the routines I'm probably going to be doing with this. I actually really like the walk around thing with the transposition, with the coin jumping from here to here, and then the wallet reappears. But you struggle to do that sitting down. It's a walk around piece, which is so cool. You've got some sight gags in there as well. He's got this really nice thing where he brings out his wallet and he squeezes the wallet like a sponge, and as he does, loads of coins fall out of it. And it's like, hey, this is how I make money. I just squeeze my wallet and all the coins come out. That was really good. He's got this really nice thing. Have we got a Sharpie marker anywhere? He's got this really... is there a Sharpie anywhere? Go have a look. He's got this really nice thing where he's got the wallet in palm, and then what he does is he takes a Sharpie and he talks about how he keeps his wallet inside the Sharpie, and he takes the lid off the Sharpie and shakes it out. And as he shakes it out, his wallet comes out the Sharpie. He then opens up the wallet, takes some money out, puts the wallet away, and then he says, of course, I've got another wallet, and he opens up the other wallet, and when he opens up the bills, and when he separates the bills, the wallet comes falling out again. There's so much you can do with this. You got me a thing, thank you very much. So he's got this thing where he takes a pen and just does this, and the wallet comes out the pen, which is so funny. I love that. It's just like, I love that visual sight sort of stuff. My attitude when performing close-up magic commercially is you want to put as many magical moments in there as possible. I love the idea of just having this in my back pocket set to go. I'm in the middle of an ambitious card routine and I go, excuse me, can you sign this card for me? Oh, hang on, I just need to take my wallet out first of all. Sorry, let me just put that away. Like, I think it's that sort of stuff that people will remember. It really is. He's got this thing where he opens up a wallet. If you use a card to wallet or something like that in your act, he's got this really nice idea where he opens up a wallet, and inside the wallet is another wallet, and then inside the wallet is money, and he puts this wallet away, and inside the money is another wallet, and it's like wallets appearing out of anywhere. One thing that I had the idea of trying, I haven't got a handkerchief with me at the moment, a silk handkerchief, other than that see-through one, and that's no good, is I do a routine which is really old. I think I first saw Michael Amar do it on the Easy to Master Coin Magic series, which is where you have a coin finger palmed here. If you know the name of it, tell me in the comments down below. You have a coin finger palmed here, you have a coin finger palmed here. And he's got this handkerchief which he shows, and he drapes it over his hand, and then he shows that a coin's appeared. And he takes it, puts it in his pocket, and he makes another coin appear. And he's just making the same two coins appear over and over again. It's a classic old trick, right? So he does that over and over again. And then eventually he steals a credit card. And he opens up and he has a credit card there. And he says, of course, you want to get big money. And as he's come out of this pocket, he's got a jumbo coin. He makes a jumbo coin for here for the finish. I like
Golden Express.
Well, I like the idea of making the credit card appear, but instead of going for the jumbo coin, you've made the credit card appear, and then you go, of course, if you need a credit card, you also need money, and as you open up the thing, now your wallets come out of nowhere inside this handkerchief. Really good. I love this. I'm going to get 2 of these because I can just see myself coming up with, I've been...
You get 3, because when you get 3, you can fold it up, put it in there. Fold that one up.
Well, I've been playing around with the idea of doing transpositions between a wallet and a coin. So, because you can actually really kind of do transpositions. So I want to get a second one and kind of work that through. But yeah, I'll get you one as well. This I love. I'm going to give this 100%. I think this is brilliant.
Not trick of the week.
Not trick of the week. That's passing the weights. But this is superb. It really is. What are you giving it?
I'm going to give this 95%.
95% from Ryland, 100% from me. And if you haven't already, on last week's podcast, me and Lloyd, the Magic Podcast, which is available on all good podcasting platforms, me and Lloyd did a competition, and the winner is going to win this wallet. So the winner is going to win one of the easy monies. So if you want a chance to win it, then go check out that podcast, and you can find out how you can win an easy money.
I want to win it.
You want mine? No, can't have it. Can't have it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the next review. Okay, so next up we have
Ribbon.
By Jean-Pierre Vallarino and David Ferrari. Now, I've got to be honest. I know that Jean-Pierre Vallarino is a bit of a legend, and I haven't really studied that much of his work. So I'm basing this purely on this particular routine here. And this particular routine I didn't like for a number of reasons. And I'm going to get into what those reasons are in a minute. But let me explain very quickly what this is. So what ribbon is, basically...
It's any card at any number.
It's an any card at any number.
CAAN.
It's an CAAN. They're not really naming a card. It's a bit of a misnomer saying it's an any card at any number. You'll see a performance that I'm going to do in a minute.
It is any card, and it is
any card. In order for it to be a pure any card at any number, they have to name any card with no restrictions. They have to name any number with no restrictions. In here, they can name a number.
It's any number.
Yeah, it's technically it's technically a CAAN card at any number. But I've thrown a riffle force into my performance to make it feel like they've picked a card. But really, yeah, it has to be a particular card. So that's what we have here, and I'm telling you right now, you are going to need a table, because the reason it's called ribbon is because it's an CAAN that works from a ribbon spread. Okay, so you spread the deck out on the table. You're going to have a pretty good ribbon spread. You ribbon spread the cards out on the table, and you count to the number using your finger, and you count through the cards until you get to the number they named. So that's basically what it is. Now I'm going to talk in a bit about why I don't like it, but let me do a performance of it for you first of all, so you can see what it is. Like I say, I've thrown a riffle force in at the beginning, but you'll get an idea of exactly what the routine is. So let's have a look at that right now. Ryland, I'm going to show you a trick with a pack of playing cards, okay?
Yeah.
If I can take them out of the box, they are stuck. There we go, I've got them. There we go. Step 1, take cards out of box. Step 2, do a trick. They're all there, yeah? Okay. You're going to grab a card. So do me a favour, just say stop.
Stop.
Have a look at that card. Remember it, don't forget it. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll pop it down into the deck somewhere, yeah?
Yeah.
And we'll give the cards a few cuts, because we want to make sure it's in a random position that you couldn't possibly know. Is that fair? Mm-hmm. So what you're going to do, there's 52 cards in the deck. When I snap my fingers, you're going to name a number from 1 to 52. Go.
17.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot to snap my fingers. 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That card right there, yes?
Yeah.
Do you want to change your mind, or are you happy with that card?
I'm happy with that card.
That was the card that you wanted. 17th position, yes?
Yeah.
For the first time, what was the name of your card?
9 of clubs.
Boom, nailed it. Whoa, what? So that was ribbon. That was a performance of ribbon. So I really don't like this, and I'm going to tell you a few reasons why I don't like it. And first of all is the tutorial. Now the tutorial that comes with it is an elderly gentleman. I'm pretty sure it's Jean-Pierre Vallarino. As I say, I'm not really too up on his stuff, but there's an elderly gentleman who's speaking. He's obviously French and is speaking broken English, and I don't mean to disrespect the gentleman that's on the tutorial at all, but he didn't really fully know what was going on. Like, he had this lady who was with him, and he kept trying to explain it, and the woman kept saying, no, you don't do that, you do that. So it was like, okay, so first of all, you have to prepare these cards. Then once you prepared these cards, you put them into these positions. And he was getting every single thing wrong with where these cards went. And then he said, now you've got to take these cards and do this. And she was like, no, you've got to do this. And I was thinking halfway through, like, this is just such a painful experience. Why don't you just let her do the tutorial? Because she seems to know the trick better than you anyway. It was just made it very, very difficult to follow what was going on. You know, my attitude is, if you're going to bring out a trick, and even if it's the person who created the trick, if they can't present it effectively, then get somebody else who can. You know, it's as simple as that. That's the first thing. Minor point, but it's something that's worth noting. The other thing is, there's a lot of arts and craft in this, and it didn't need to be. This could have been a complete deck. It took me about 20 minutes to set this deck up, because what you need to do is you need to get this special substance that comes with the packaging. Then you need to, basically all you get for this is you just get 9 playing cards, and you get this special substance. Then you have to get a regular deck, and you have to take those 9 playing cards, that special substance, and you're going to have to prepare the deck and those 9 cards, which takes probably about 20 minutes to half an hour. I don't understand why that wasn't done for you. I don't get why they didn't just say, hey, this is the trick. And if they needed to charge a little bit more for it, then fair enough. I understand sometimes why arts and craft are needed. In this case, it wasn't needed. It just came across as laziness. It's like, why am I preparing these? Half of the tutorial, more than half of the tutorial, was preparing the deck. Literally, all you get for your money are 9 regular cards and a little bit of substance that you can get for pence. So the stuff that you get with this, I can't remember, to be honest. I'll put it down in the description. So I think it's like 30 or 40 quid. 30 or 40 pounds for basically 9 cards in this little piece of substance that is worth pence. So then you have to go, well, okay, well, that's probably fair enough.
You get 9 cards easily.
I know, but then you kind of go, well, okay, well, it's worth it if the routine is good. But therein lies the other problem. It's not a great routine. And let me explain why. First of all, it's a gimmick deck. So you can't use this deck for anything else other than this routine. The only thing you can use this deck for is this trick and this trick only. Now, my attitude to using gimmick decks, and just so you guys know where I am with this, and I hope you don't mind me talking a little bit about this, my attitude with gimmick decks is very simple. I've got no problem carrying a gimmick deck round, but it has to achieve certain things. First of all, it has to be, I've got to be able to do something with that deck that I can't do as cleanly with a regular deck of cards or with another gimmick deck. It has to be like this. This is basically an any card at any number with severe limitations because I'm having to spread the deck on the table. I've got a million different ways of doing this without actually using this deck.
And
it doesn't
minus 100%.
I haven't finished. It doesn't add anything at all. There's nothing that gets added to this. It's basically an any card at any number using a deck that can't be examined, that is completely gimmicked from all the way through. And it can't even come close to being examined or being touched by the spectator. So there's other ways that you can do this with a regular deck. There's other ways you can do this without needing, where it is an actual ACAN, where you have someone name a card, name a number. Look at the Grail by Alakazam as a perfect example. So this doesn't, you can achieve the effect that you achieve with this deck with something else. My second criteria with the gimmick deck, if I'm going to use it, is I like to be able to do more than one thing with it. So the invisible deck, for example, one of the reasons I started working with the invisible deck is because I knew that I could do more with it than just having the card turn over in the pack. And anybody who's got my visible project will know that I do an awful lot with the invisible deck. With this, you can do this one thing and one thing only. There is no way that you can do anything else with this deck other than this trick. And then it needs to be practical. If I'm going to use a gimmick deck, if I'm going to go to the trouble of using a gimmick deck, it needs to be practical for my performing conditions. Now, I don't very often perform in a situation where I've got a close-up pad because it needs to be a close-up pad because it has to be a perfect ribbon spread. Has to be an absolute perfect ribbon spread. Well, that takes out walk-around gigs. That takes out banquet situations. That takes out stage because you're not going to be able to see this from stage. That really the only place left is a parlor show. And even with a parlor show, it would work, but again, people are further back, and I've got better ways of achieving it when I'm in that situation. So it just leaves like a formal close-up show. I don't see where this would be performed. So this doesn't fit my criteria for carrying a gimmick deck around with you. It's very limited as to where you can perform it. You can do the same effects with other methods that don't require a fully gimmick deck. I mean, and then the other thing is, it's not very reliable. Now, maybe it's because I set it up wrong, but when you do it, well, when I did that performance on Ryland, I needed 4 takes in order to get it right. And I don't normally have that. Normally, I'm like, 1 take me. But that was 4 takes.
Yeah, and then we had, it still didn't work, so we had to fake it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was just about to say that. Basically, I got to a point where we'd been trying to get this down for like 20 minutes. And I said to Ryland, look, just name number 17. Because at least then I don't have, because 17 is one of the numbers where you don't have to do something. And it's very, very difficult to do what the guy says do on the tutorial. Now, that might be the fact that he wasn't very good at explaining anything and he had to get this woman to come in and correct all of his mistakes throughout. It might be because I set it up incorrectly because I used too much of the substance, possibly. But then again, I don't know because I just went by what they said on the tutorial. It might just be that it's not as easy to use as they would make it out. But I've put a lot of time and effort into this and this just doesn't work.
Yeah, as I said, minus 100%.
So there you go. That's why I don't like it. I wanted to completely justify why it's not very good. It can't be used in many situations. I don't think it works very well. It can't be examined at all. This is the sort of trick where people will want to examine it. You cannot examine this deck, even slightly. You can't examine it. Even remotely. And when you consider there's a million other ways to do a CAAN without needing a gimmick deck. If you're going to use a gimmick deck to do a CAAN, I think it needs to really elevate the trick in some way. This doesn't elevate the trick. It's exactly the same trick. It's not elevated in some way. If this was immediately examinable, so if you could do this and immediately hand the cards out for examination, then I'd be like, oh, okay, it's added something that, you know, we've got this gimmick deck, but it can be examined. But that's not the case. It can't be examined. If it was an incredible version where you literally put the deck down on the table and you said, name a card, name a number, and you dealt down, it was that card, then maybe. Or if it added an extra element, like all the cards are blank, for example, and the only card printed at that number is the card that they've named. If there was something added to it, but there's not, what we have here is a substandard version of any card at any number, taught very badly, and nobody is going to do this. It's going to go into the bottom drawer. Jean-Pierre Vallarino, I'm going to look into your other stuff, and I'm sorry that I haven't checked your material out before, but this is not a good first impression. I don't think we're going to do this. Are you going to do this?
No.
I'm not going to do this. Which one's the deck? We've got two. Is this the deck? It's got extra cards in it. So, yeah. Do me a favour, right? Go and get the bin.
Oh, I wanted to do it on the other one.
Look, just get me the bin. Because that's where this goes. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to have it. I've got two options here. Chuck it in the bin or put it in my bottom drawer where it will probably live there for about 6 months to a year. And then when I clear it out because I'm hoarding stuff, I'll go, what's that? Oh, that's that trick. I'll put it in the bin. At some point it's going in the bin, so it may as well go in the bin right now. It gets minus 100% from Ryland. It gets 0% from me. Buyer beware. Don't buy it. It's just not a great version of this trick. So this is the next trick we're going to be looking at, and this is great. I love this. Do you?
Right, and it's going to be mine.
It is. It's already nicked it. It's absolutely perfect. I'll need it back for a minute to talk about it. Come on, Rod. So what this is, if anybody has ever seen my Attack of the Bag, or my Return of the Bag project, which was the first DVD I ever put out many, many years ago with World Magic Shop. That's what we basically have here. We have a big version of Attack of the Bag. So with my original Attack of the Bag, you had a small bag with a mesh front, and coins would appear inside there. And I did
red and green, red and blue side.
Yeah, and that sort of stuff. Yeah. I've got a bunch of them. I know you have, because you do tricks with them. What this is a similar sort of thing, but it's designed to make an object appear. And the perfect object you can make appear is a deck of cards, but you can really much make anything appear with it.
So we're going to do it with the deck of cards.
I'm going to get Ryland to perform it for you, and and then we'll talk about what we think.
I've got a bag here with a mesh front, which means you can see inside it. Like you'll be able to see my hand in there. See, you can see my hand in it. Now, I'm going to grab an invisible deck of cards out the air and throw it at this bag thing. And when I do, I'm hoping the invisible deck will turn into a real deck and land inside the bag. 3, 2, 1. And here is a real deck of cards.
How cool is that?
I think it's really cool.
If you do the classic invisible deck presentation and you want a really nice, easy way of making a deck of cards appear, this is it, man. I mean, seriously, you can walk over to a table, big table. You can do this in cabaret. You can do this in parlor. You can do this walk around. I mean, it's a bit big to carry around walk around, but if I was going to do this walk around, I would do the same thing that I do with my cube routine. So I do a cube routine walk around, and I carry the 2 cubes in a bag, like a paper bag type thing. And what I do is I find somewhere in the room I'm performing, and I put the bag to one side. So when I find a group that I want to do the cube routine to, I'll just say, hey, let me show you something really special. I've got that red bag over there. Let me just go and grab it, and I'll bring it back and I'll show them that. I'd probably do that. I'll probably put this somewhere where I could get it if I needed it. But this would make a great opener. Definitely make a great opener at sort of like tables, wouldn't it? Like, because you can literally just walk over, show it empty. There you go. Just show it empty, and they can see that it really is empty. Zip it up, and then boom.
It's double-sided, I think.
Well, it is, but I mean, the other side is not gimmicked.
Like that. You got a side that's not gimmicked, which is there.
Yep.
And then you got the side that is gimmicked, which is there.
Which is there. So you could probably technically do something with this side as well. Yeah, I mean, you could have it as a little close-up bag.
You could actually carry your sponge balls and your deck of cards and your Sharpies.
But you're set to do this amazing production anytime you want to. So for an invisible deck routine, this is great. If you're doing a card routine, I've talked about how it's really important to establish credibility when you first walk over to a table.
I've got something to say about it, but now when the pack of cards has actually appeared, you can. What I like is you can just take it out and you could spread it out, and then you could go into a trick like. What,
any trick?
Yeah, any trick like look at that card.
I don't want to see a card trick right now. You're obsessed, you are. Yeah. We know you can do a card control. Come on, nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares.
Your card was the king of spades.
Yeah, the point is, it's great to produce a regular deck of cards. And I've talked to you many, many times about establishing credibility when you first walk over to a table, doing something that grabs people's attention. This is that. This is what this does. It grabs people's attention. And it's not limited to a deck of cards, is it, right?
No.
So imagine you could do it with a jumbo coin, with a 5-inch jumbo coin.
You could do that.
So you can imagine,
Because the gimmick, you can fit something that's like up to there.
Yeah.
That side there. So.
Yeah, 5-inch jumbo coin would look great.
There. Yeah. So up to there, basically.
Yeah, 5-inch and a 3-inch, 4-inch jumbo coin would look great. So you could do, you could almost do a miser's. You could probably replicate my Attack of the Bag style stuff with this. If you know my routine. The other thing that I hope you picked up on in the performance that Ryland did. Do you want to unzip it for me? I don't want to break it. You want to unzip it for me? One thing that Ryland did really, one thing in Ryland's performance that I hope you picked up is when the deck of cards has been produced, you can then go back and forth and show that it's really in there. So when it appears, just in case anybody thinks somehow it secretly disappears part way up, you can show it's really in there, and then you can open it and bring it out, which is really cool.
And then you can do an actual card trick.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that you might, and I haven't tried this, Ryland, at all, but could you talk about how it's double-sided. Could you imagine doing a deck switch with this? And I've only just thought that through. But imagine that you show this and you show it's completely empty because you've got a deck of cards hidden in the gimmick. And you put the deck of cards that they've shuffled into here like this. Now all you've got to do is, under some misdirection, just come up here like this. That would drop the other deck of cards down. And now you could have that there like that, propped up on something. And then when you go into it, you've switched the deck. Yeah. So, I mean, there's so much you can do with this. Really like this. Great utility prop. It's going to be limited only by your imagination. I'm going to give this 90%. What about you?
I'm going to give this 97%.
97% from Ryland, 90% from me. It's really good.
Okay, so next trick we have Milk Box by Marcus Cruz.
Marcus Cruz, I've just remembered, I'm pretty sure he's the guy that brought out that origami can. You know, the origami black thing in the can that was stuck to the arm and you had to make...
Oh, that was... And that's the one who also brought out that thing.
Yeah.
The folding black thing.
Yeah, but that was part of origami can. I'm pretty sure it was him. It was him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did something else as well.
Okay, well anyway, this is Marcus Cruz. This is Milk Box. And this...
Another stupid trick.
Okay, Ryland really doesn't like this, and I think he's going to tell you why in a minute he doesn't like it. But what it is, basically, is it's a trick designed for kids magicians, and what it does is you show a tube and you make milk appear. You make 3 cartons of milk appear. You make a glass of milk appear. You make milk appear in the glass.
I don't even think it provides you with a presentation for it, does it?
Not really, no. It's a... Not really, no. It's a tutorial. The tutorial's about 15 minutes long. A lot of it is to music and subtitled. He goes through everything that you need to know, but you don't really see a live performance, and he doesn't really talk about much of that sort of stuff.
You don't see a live performance because it's terrible. Angle issues.
Okay, why don't you let me perform it first of all, just to give him a frame of reference. I know you don't like it. This has triggered him for some reason. He really doesn't like this trick. And I think it's because you do kids shows. You perform kids shows. He does kids shows, so he knows what
I am a kid. I watch them as well.
Yeah, you watch them and you perform them, so you know what works in a kid show, you know what doesn't work. And let's just do a performance first of all, and then when we do a performance, we'll talk about what we think. So here we go. This is a performance of Milk Box by Marcus Cruz. So one of my favourite things in the world, Ryland, is milk. I absolutely love milk. And you drink milk every day, don't you? Every morning, Mummy gets you to drink milk. I love milk. You prefer milk on your cereal than actually drinking it out of a cup, I know you. But I love drinking it out of a cup. I'm going to try and make some milk appear from this tube. But first of all, if I'm going to make milk appear from the tube, the first thing I'm going to need is a glass. Now I've got a glass, we'll put the glass over here. Now I can make milk. Now you can see there's nothing inside there. It is indeed empty. I'm going to make some milk. And my favourite milk is chocolate milk. So I'm going to make some chocolate milk. Look, all I have to do is snap my fingers, Ryland. You shout chocolate. 1, 2, 3.
Chocolate!
There we go. And hopefully, let's just see if it's worked. Oh, I got some chocolate milk, right? I got some chocolate. It's worked. I've got chocolate milk. I've got chocolate milk. I've got
strawberry milk.
Oh, that's strawberry milk. That's not chocolate milk. Don't worry about it. We'll try again. I think the problem is you didn't shout chocolate loud enough. Now, look, there's nothing inside the tube. It is indeed empty. Let's try that again. Shout chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
Okay, and now, oh, Ryland, it feels like it's worked. It's worked. We got chocolate milk. We've definitely got chocolate. Hang on. It's coming. It's coming. It's appearing out of nowhere. Here it is.
That's normal milk.
Oh, that's normal milk. That's not chocolate milk. That's milk. Oh, look, we'll try one last time. We want chocolate milk. Are you ready? On 3, Ryland, shout chocolate milk. 1, 2, 3.
Chocolate!
That was very good, but it didn't work. You need to wave your hand over at the same time.
Chocolate!
My gosh, you've got such a loud voice. And let's have a look. Oh, Ryland, it's chocolate. It's chocolate. We've definitely got chocolate milk. Yay. You know what's really, though, I'm a magician. So because I'm a magician, I don't even need to make the milk appear. If I want milk, I can make it appear right here inside this glass. You see the glass here, Ryland? If I snap my fingers, I can actually make it full of milk. Of course, the thing is, I'm a magician. I'm not going to do a trick with milk. I'm going to do a trick with a handkerchief. And that is the trick. What do you think of it? I agree. So that's the performance. You end up with 3 cartons of milk, and you end up with a glass, and you end up with a white handkerchief. Now, you don't get the white handkerchief with it. You have to...
And we almost couldn't find one, so we had to do it
Yeah. Well,
we almost did it with toilet roll.
We did, yeah, but we ended up managing to find a white handkerchief. Now,
forever.
first of all, let me tell them why I don't like it, because I agree, I don't like it either. But let me tell them why I don't like it, and I know you've got some very strong opinions that you can share. But first of all, my main issue with this, and I've got one issue. Well, I've got multiple issues, actually, but I'm not going to get into a lot of them. My main issue is, and this is a problem with a lot of creators of magic that bring out kids' props, is... I'm confident that they think that kids are idiots, and you can fool a kid with anything because they're stupid and they don't know better. Because the method for this is so.
My sister saw this.
Who's 6 and doesn't know anything about magic?
Yeah, look, does that really look like a real milk box?
No, it doesn't, and that's the problem. Even from far away, I don't know if it shows up here on camera.
I checked from 10 meters away. Over there, I was all the way over there, 10 metres away. We checked it was 10 metres, and I could see that was a fake milk box.
Yeah, a fake milk, it really is. It looks like...
this looks like a popcorn box.
It does look like a popcorn box, but that's my main issue with it. I think that the creator of this has underestimated the intelligence of kids. And he's going to think, oh, this is going to work, this is going to fool people. This isn't going to fool kids, it's really not. And also, you need to make a routine when you perform for kids engaging. Like, you need to make it so that there's a hook line that they're into. I'm sorry, but kids aren't really into drinking milk. Like, you have to get forced into drinking milk every morning.
Yeah.
And
I don't even really want to have it on my cereal, to be honest.
You bring out, you change this into, hey, I'm going to bring out some sweets, or I'm going to make sweets appear, or whatever it may be. Fine, but little cartons of milk, they're not very well made at all. Like, you can see here, these are meant to magnetically lock together, but they don't. A lot of the time, they don't. And you bring them out, and you can see that's open there because the magnet's just there. This is open, so you can see this bit and this bit here. It's so why don't you like it? Can you tell me why you don't like it, please?
Angle issues. Like, if you have that, like, if you're like, that's probably going to pop up. Like, it's going to...
Well, here's the thing, actually, that you've never seen one of these before. This is a mirror glass.
Yeah, I have seen one.
I have you? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen one.
Well, if you're going to perform with a mirror glass, and you're going to supply a mirror glass for this routine, and you think a mirror glass
I've saw one with lots of different colours.
Yeah, you think a mirror glass is the right thing to use for this routine.
Well, it's
supplying people a piece of cardboard that's literally just chrome cardboard and then a normal glass, and just saying shove that in there, that is substandard, low quality props. If you genuinely think that your routine needs a mirror glass, then supply them with a proper mirror glass and change the price. But this is just ridiculous, and it's another example of something that wouldn't fool a blind monkey. But if you're new to magic and you see this and it's not working, you're going to blame yourself. You're not going to blame the props.
Yeah. And this, like, you know, in a kids show where you've usually got those lines of kids, like line, all the way to the back. Like, if it can only be a straight look. If you're not over here, like if I was doing it here, and you're at the end of the line, you can see that. You can see that.
Yeah. I totally get it. But, I mean, that's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem, well, you can see, look, it's not even locking together. It's look at that. That's just, that was locked, and now it just flops open. That's what happens. You leave them, and they flop open. It's just badly made.
I hate this. It's just going to keep on popping up.
Of course it is, because it's not a proper mirror glass. It's basically a little tumbler that I bought for 10p off Amazon, and a piece of mirrored... You tried to rip it up. Look, give me the thing. Give me the thing. Right. So it's not very good at all, and the routine isn't great either. I mean, it's not anything. I mean, you don't get a routine. I mean, you have to figure out your own routine because the tutorial doesn't tell you a routine.
Doesn't tell you a presentation.
Doesn't tell you a presentation
because it has got a routine.
But it's all very rubbish, to be perfectly honest. And as I say, my main issue is this is not going to fool kids. There's going to be kids in the audience that are not going to be fooled. You can see, look, they just keep popping open. All I have to give them a gentle squeeze. The prop shouldn't be doing that when I go and pick it up. It shouldn't be doing this. And also, here's the other thing, right? These are made out of cardboard, not special cardboard. These are made of cardboard. How long?
Wait, cardboard?
Whoa. I'm not asking you to rip anything up right now. These are made out of cardboard. How long do you reckon, genuinely, these will last in someone's case? Feel the cardboard on that.
Ooh. That, literally. Yeah. That will last. In a case with lots of other stuff, like if you had linking rings, for example, look, that's just going to squish that completely. Mm-hmm. And when you take it out of the case, that's been there for a long time with some heavy stuff on it. And when you pull it out, that's just, you're gonna have to do something to get it back into shape.
Exactly. This is the same sort of...
this.
Look, this is the same sort of thing that I've been talking about. Just give me 1 second, right? This is the same sort of thing that I've been talking about on this channel for 1.5 years now. Creators of magic should not be bringing out substandard tricks. If you want to bring a trick to market, the person who's created this has never done it. Never done it in a gigging situation. This has never been done in a gigging situation. It's falling apart now. It has never been done in a gigging situation. It is substandard props that will last no time at all. It won't work. There's nothing creative.
That's not even sticking.
No, it's not. Yeah,
that's not even sticking.
It's not. Like, again, we had to do like 3 takes in order to make this work.
No, I counted. It was 7. It was 7.
No, I didn't do 7 takes. No, I didn't do 7. I can't have done 7 takes. Don't tell me I did 7 takes.
I counted.
Whatever. It's just, it kept popping open. It kept popping. Like I was bringing the first one out and sitting it there and it went pop. And then I was bringing the second one out. I was like, right, okay, let's do it again. Put it over there. Oh, look, it's just opened. It's just, if you can't rely...
When you're putting it down, it's going to go like this. Pop.
Yeah, and even if it didn't, by some miracle, even if it worked, you're going to be in a situation where nobody's going to... Look at it. Look at it. There's no magnet there to hold that in place, so it's all over the place. It's dreadful.
The best you can do is use sellotape for that.
Look, I'm going to wrap it up. We made a promise to our subscribers on Christmas Day. We made a promise that we would be completely honest with every single trick that we did and we reviewed, and we were going to start taking a stand. And if tricks weren't very good, we were going to get rid of them. We were going to dispose of them. Because, and people have said, oh, you have no respect for the creators of these tricks, that you're ripping them up. Actually, I spend hard-earned money on these tricks. I can do what I want with them. They have no respect for me for bringing this stuff out. That's the problem here. This is just going to either go in my bottom drawer and I'm going to hoard it and I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to throw it away in a year's time anyway, or it's going to get wrecked somewhere, or I'm just going to chuck it away now. So I'm going to chuck it away now. I'm making a stand. Marcus Cruz didn't do very well with the origami cans. Not to Ryland, don't smash it. You can't smash this. Get the scissors. Go take the scissors and go nuts on this stuff and rip it up to bits. No. Rip it up with scissors. Scissor it. Right. While he's doing that, let me explain. This trick is terrible. It wouldn't fool a blind monkey. It is not very good for so many different reasons. It's substandard. It's badly made. It's not worth the money that you've paid for it. It won't work. It'll get mashed up. It's not cheap. I think it's like 50 quid or something. It won't...
half 100.
It won't last very well at all. Like, we just ripped it open to find out. Yeah, I mean, it's cardboard. That's what we have here. Cardboard. That's what we have. This is cardboard. This is trash. This is rubbish. This is absolutely not working. This is not worth buying. Magic producers, stop bringing out terrible magic. Start bringing out stuff that magicians can be proud to perform. Right? Get the bin. This gets from me minus 500%. Nobody is ever going to do this. We really need to empty this bin at some point. It's just got a load of really naff tricks in there.
Well, this is not naff. It's just the packaging.
Oh no, that's good. But we didn't need the packaging for ABC, so we chucked it in the bin. Right, go on.
Look at it. We never take stuff out.
No, we don't. Well, until Mommy takes them and puts them in the bin outside. Right, minus 500 for me. What are you giving it, Ryan?
Minus nothing.
Minus nothing. Minus nothing for
Again, it got stuck in there. Can't get back out.
Minus nothing for Ryland. Minus 500% from me. Buyer beware. Don't buy this.
I'm glad I didn't perform this.
Well, yeah, I know you made me do it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The glass is made out of plastic. How long is that going to last? I mean, come on. Have some respect for your people who buy the tricks. If you've got a glass that you need for this trick, make it a proper glass. Don't make it a piece of plastic. What's this? 10p off the market? This is ridiculous. Get that in the bin as well. Terrible.
And that's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the bag. That's another review show in the bag with a terrible ripped up trick.
It is a terrible ripped up trick. Yeah, buyer beware. 2 terrible tricks on this review show. But we want to know what you think, don't we? So leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know what you think. Also, make sure that you follow Ryland on Instagram and YouTube. You've got like 500 subs on YouTube right now. Your Instagram is popping. He's putting videos up almost every single day. If you want to see the Kid Magician do his thing, then follow him on Instagram and YouTube. There is a link down below in the description. Also, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. We're going to be back again next Wednesday with another review show. And obviously you can catch us on various different videos over the course of the week. Tomorrow I'm going to hear on Thursday at 9 o'clock with the Magic Stuff, at 6 o'clock with the Magic Live, and at 2 o'clock with a Magic Shorts. Just a Shorts. So there you go. Thanks very much. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. We want to know what you think of the stuff on this review show.
It's pranks, but very magical.
Yeah, exactly.
Extra magical pranks.
Extra magical. I think you're talking about TikTok now, aren't you? I'm going to be back again soon. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig.
My name's Ryland.
And we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye, everyone.